I'm waking up to waking up to ash and dust. I wipe my brow and I sweat my rust, breathing in the chemicals, breaking in and shaping up, then checking out on the prison bus. This is it, the apocalypse. Whoa.
I'm doing on this. I've not seen any reviews of this yet. My gloves on backwards because I'm cool. It is a 2015 Triumph Street Triple RX. I do miss that raspy. Oh, it's light. Oh, it's very light compared to my bike. That's on a full tank of fuel. Oh, it's light that. Look at me. I am blah de blah 55. I am the blah. From this angle anyway. Till you look at the back end. Oh, it does. It pulls away like every other Triumph does. It's nice. The subframe, just notice when you got your feet down like that, it kind of digs into your thighs. You know, the seat's really hard. I'm not quite sure where to stick my bum on it either, because obviously I'm not used to this single seat separation thing. I've got ABS, got an gear indicator and fuel gauge, which is nice. The back brake already feels a bit spongy. Although that, obviously for Triumph Torque, look at that. No throttle and it pulls away. Ready? No throttle. Look at that. That's for Triumph Torque for you, it's great. Throttle fully out, no throttle. Clutch fully out, no throttle. I think both the brakes feel a bit spongy. I am used to having nice big Brembos though. As much as the seat's hard, it's not actually that uncomfortable as of yet. Now this is a brand spanking new bike, so I ain't going to go smashing it, because I do like the people at Staffs and I don't want to, you know, be rude to them, whatever, and I don't want to trash this bike. The mirrors, okay. I'll wait till I get on the dual carriage and have a proper look at them. But it does mean I can't go flying it around corners. I have got a quick shifter, so it's a bit jerky at low speed. Oh, that's nice though. So yeah, I ain't going to go, all the buttons and everything are easy to find and use. The handlebars feel really slim, like not as wide as they are on my bike. Just got to go steady around these corners, because I don't want to be... I'm trying to scrub the tyres in a bit, you know. They are really nice sticky tyres. I'm following Pinky. It's not going to be a fast ride review, so if you're hoping for one, then you might as well turn off now. I don't know if you can hear it, but the noise this bike makes is so nice. I'll try and wind it up a bit for you. I might wind it up a little bit, just once or twice maybe, just so you can hear it. Because I do think Triumph are the best sounding stock exhausts in the world. They do. Might do it here just to... That's what I loved about my old Street Triple. I forget I could just shift like that now. I think it's only a bit jerky because I'm not really giving it some, so what I might do, you can only use it going up. Let's just see if it's any better under acceleration now. It's a bit jerky. Give it a jerk. But that's what I loved about my Street Triple R when I had an 09 Street Triple R, so I'm going to try and compare it to this. It was a while ago I had it, but I can go off memory. Yeah, these mirrors are getting on my nerves actually already, because I can't actually see anything in them. That one's all right now. That one, yeah, that'll do. But like going around town, nice, relaxed, calm, inconspicuous, and you know, past these lovely signs here we all love, and it growls and it snorts and it does that lovely bark. It's almost like the exhaust has two tones to it. Oh, it's so light and easy on the corners. Sorry, I just turned in there. That was nice. Partly because it's on brand spanking new tyres. I love that transition between that whistly, raspy Triumph vocal and then all of a sudden that angry growl it's got. Oh. Now I'll try and do another walk around bit of it when we stop somewhere with some nice scenery. The acceleration, especially from like a higher gear, like I'm in 6th gear doing 50, 49, 45, let's drop to 40, Essex in it. The roll-on obviously isn't anywhere near what it's like on the speed triple. However, the gearbox and the clutch are incredibly light. They are amazing. And the handling is so supple, it's smooth, it's seamless into the corners. It requires no effort, or next to no effort, to turn this thing. Doesn't have that popping, gurgling overrun noise though, which I love so much. I'd like it to be louder, but obviously it's all stock standard on this, but it still sounds gorgeous. Just not loud enough. And oh, it's so light. It's just light. I know I'm obviously coming from a 1050, which is a bigger, heavier bike, but even compared to my old Street Triple R, it's incredibly light. The gearbox has got a nice positive feel just going into neutral there, that was good. But there's no heavy clunk when you go into first. I just went into first and there was a click and you could feel it, but there was no, I'm using that quick shifter, it's nice. There was no like clunk like on my bike, like on bigger bikes. It might just be because it's a smaller engine. Yeah, that quick shifter at low speed's not that smooth. And again, going into first from speed, there's no clunk. It's a very, very nice, smooth gearbox. The brakes still feel very bushy. They are Nissan calipers. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that. Nissan, whatever it is, Nissan. And they are stopping me. I've got ABS, so if I wanted to, if I panicked, I could grab a fistful of brake and I'd be alright, but they just feel a bit spongy, a bit weak. Maybe that wouldn't bother someone coming from a smaller bike, or who's having a first ride. God, that exhaust sounds nice though, doesn't it? Just dropped to third from sixth and it just took that straight away. Ready? The quick shifter's definitely better when going at speed. Again, just drop to third and it just takes it. There's no clunk, it just takes it. That is the most disgusting car I've ever seen, man. What else? For handling again, oh, it's so sweet, it's so smooth. It's just everything. I know it's on brand new tyres, so I've really got to be careful, but you know, it's gorgeous. I'm going to try and do a bit of Roadcraft Nottingham. Right, second gear. 30 miles an hour. Let's look for some hunting, see if I can pick it up. 28. It's nowhere near as bad as my bike. My Speed Triple, 2014 Speed Triple. Hold it, if you've got one, hold it at 30 miles an hour in second gear, and it really does it. Oh, it's awful, the fueling. This is in no way lacking any power. And the seat itself, there's no actual, very little padding to it. When it's sitting on it, I'm kind of balls deep in the fuel tank right now going down a hill. There's not much grip in Kevlar jeans. It might be different on if you're in leathers. As much as the seat's very hard, it's actually not uncomfortable. I don't know if it's for suspension or if I'm just not been on it for long enough, but it feels alright. Reminds me very much of my old Street Triple, this. I know official SMO actually went from riding his Street Triple to riding an older version. He even said it's both extremely similar. The one thing I am noticing from memory is first gear is definitely a lot different. I'm not too sure what I've done to that. That's a tiny little dog. But this bike is getting a lot of looks. It is, like I parked up in the petrol station there and some lad was coming and chatting to me and having a, talking about his motocross bike and stuff and saying this looks beautiful and all that. It is gorgeous. It's my first actual ride of any of the newer shaped Street Triples because I wasn't a huge fan of them when they first came out. But I've come round to it now and I do think they look quite nice now. And this rides superbly. It's so smooth. You could easily commute to work every day on this and then take it somewhere and have fun. I love the matte graphite paint. That's what my Street Triple R was in. And I think it's the most best colour I've ever done. Especially on the old ones with the chrome headlights and but yeah, the seat, you've got a lot of room on the seat. You can shuffle your ass right back and around and quad bike it. Like, that's me sit my ass right the way back. Like, it's a very long seat. It's not a particularly wide bike, but it does feel extremely thin between your legs. It's an extremely slim bike. That quick shift is so nice. Just come on, I don't need his hand anymore. I'm not noticing really anything wrong with it. Obviously it's a naked bike, so the wind protection is minimal. None, really. I said that noise, just listen, normal speed, fourth gear, then bark. Proper Jekyll and Hyde psycho in this bike, it really is. The mirrors, I think they go with the styling beautifully, but I am struggling with them. That's a bit better. I can see primarily elbow. I can see the Triumph logo on the forearm of my jacket. This is lovely. I'm just trying to think what else to talk about on this. It's all amazing. The brakes are, as I said, they feel a bit bushy. They feel a bit soft. They're stopping you. I would do an emergency stop, but I got someone behind me. And you got the ABS, so if you did decide, oh, it turns in, so it really wants to lean into the corner. So anyway, if you were to like grab a fistful of brake, you would be alright, you would survive. You've got the ABS, and I know the ABS on this bike isn't, on Triumphs anyway, isn't really that intrusive. Like, I've only ever had it kick in once on mine. And I've done some pretty hard braking manoeuvres. It only really kicked in on the back end when I was nearly hit by that Golf. Link to the video in description. That's the only time the ABS has ever kicked in on my bike, and this, I feel, will be similar. I don't know what the back end is like under braking, so I know on my my 06 Daytona, the back end, if it didn't have a passenger on, the back end was a bit too light, if you will, and would lock up very easily under braking. So I don't know if the back end would be very similar to this, and the ABS might come in a bit quicker. If any of you own a Street Triple R, not necessarily an RX, but a Street Triple R, one of the new ones, let me know in the description. This would definitely benefit from an Arrow exhaust, or, you know, an aftermarket exhaust anyway. Disclaimer, I've got to do that. I am not paid by Triumph for any of the products mentioned or named in this video. I don't have any rights to any of them. Oh, speed! That was... Ooh, welcome mate. Ah! Not listening. My number plate's just come off. She's not paying attention. Oh, it's me cowling. My bike's falling apart. Sorry. Stop. Well, that's not very good, is it? Yeah, I'm good. I have no idea how it goes back on. That way. Well, at least I got it on video if they question it.